Turkey has achieved significant industrialization in the post-war period. I mean, starting from a very low base, especially in the 1960s and 70s, Turkey has built up the momentum of a major industrialization drive. Then, following the crisis of late 70s and the transition to neoliberal economic reforms, Turkey has been integrating into the global economy. And it has been increasing its exports and diversifying its exports in the 80s and 90s. Obviously, it has also benefited significantly from EU membership process and the customs union. And especially since 2001 crisis, I think there has been a significant improvement in economic performance of Turkey. And especially with the strong economy program of Kemal Dervish after the 2001 crisis, followed by a decade of the AKP era. One of the interesting features of AKP is its social neoliberalism. So it's neoliberal in terms of its embracement of market principles, emphasizing private capital and using state resources to develop private sector. But at the same time, it has used both at the local level, at the national level, as well as private foundations to build a social dimension. And redistributive politics has been a very important element of AKP's success. So we have developed a mixed economy with a significant role for the state and a growing private sector. In the early stages, it was the Istanbul-based businesses, the big businesses, TÜSİAD members, which were at the heart of Turkey's industrialization drive. Since 1990s, and especially in the AKP era, we see the rise of Anatolian capital, small, medium-sized enterprises which are becoming increasingly important exporters. And I think Turkey's economic interaction with the Middle East and the Arab world reflects this new dynamism of Anatolian capital in recent years. We have developed the industrial base, we have developed the human capital, but Turkey is poor in terms of energy resources. So we are very much dependent on imports of gas and oil. And in that context, Turkey's ambitions are to establish itself as an energy hub country. We want to establish ourselves as a transit country. We believe that this will also enhance our role for Europe in our quest for EU membership. And in that context, some of the initiatives of Turkey regarding Iran, regarding Iraq, and especially the Kurdistan region of the northern region of Iraq are very important developments in Turkey's attempts to build and diversify its energy resources and to reduce its energy dependence and to establish itself as an energy hub country. I think Turkey's attempts to diversify its external relations, to develop strong ties with neighboring countries, with the Arab world, with the Middle East, with our Eurasian neighbors, is a very positive development. Traditionally, EU has been our major trading partner, and in the mid-2000s, at the height of our candidacy for EU membership, almost 60% of our trade was with the European Union. But in recent years, I think this ratio has started to decline. And this trend actually started before the global financial crisis and the Eurozone crisis. But obviously, the stagnation of the European Union following the Eurozone crisis after 2008 has accelerated the process of diversification. And what we observe is a growing share of Middle East and North Africa in Turkish trade. And Turkey is still very much a part of NATO. So in security terms, Turkey is part of the Western Alliance. Turkey is still a candidate country for Europe, for European Union. It's very much part of the customs union, although we are critical and there are attempts to revise some of the terms of the customs union. But the image of Turkey in the West is that in terms of its identity and commitment to Western orientation, especially during the later phase of the AKP era, we see Turkey moving more in a more Eurasian direction. I believe that Turkey's EU goal, the membership goal, is very critical, not only for its economic development, but for its democratization and for its pluralistic social and political order. And in that context, our ability to play a positive role in the Arab world is to some extent conditional on our ability to move in the direction of Europe. So I don't see these as contradictory, but I see these as complementary developments.